everyone. Hey, Wellness Crew. I'm going to go ahead and wait just a bit because I have noticed that when my live streams go live or go into video, they end up kind of cutting off the first 20 minutes. So hello and welcome to today's live stream of Yoga Fusion with Mobility. I'm so excited that you're here to join me. So let's go ahead and get started with some moonflowers. So we're going to have our legs separated into a bit of a straddle, not super wide, but just a little bit wide. We're going to go ahead and circle up our arms, bend at our knees, hinging on our hips, and coming up. This is a great way to warm up. And a great yoga flow. We got 5 more. Perfect. All right, real quick, let me just set my watch because I forgot to do that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move into sunflowers. So we're going to bend at our knees, bending our elbows. As we stand up, we're going to bring our hands up overhead. So bend, extend. If you need to widen out your legs, go ahead and do that. And we're warming up not only our arms, but our legs. And excuse me if my voice is a little bit hoarse. I've been dealing with some illness. So it's a little bit hoarse, that's why. We got 5 more. All right, perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and get into reverse lunges. So coming back with our left foot, then back with our right. Now we're going to go ahead, come back into moonflower. So again, our legs are separated, almost in a straddle, but not quite that wide. Having our arms in a circle, hinging at our hip. Okay. Sometimes my watch acts a little silly and I have to correct it. And the great thing about moonflower and sunflower is that it's a way in a nice yoga movement to warm up your entire body. Three more. All right, awesome. Now we're going to go ahead, get into sunflower. So bending at our knees, raising our arms up overhead as we stand. Really squeezing the back of our shoulders together as we come down. Three more. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get back to those reverse lunges. All right, perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and get into sun salutations. So we're going to raise our arms up overhead. Swan dive into a forward fold. Allowing our neck and our head to relax. Walking our hands forward into plank. Bending at the elbows for hovering. So only the palms of our hands, the balls of our feet, and our toes are in contact with the mat, nothing else. Coming into upward dog, looking up. Tucking our toes underneath for downward facing dog. Stepping our right foot forward, coming into a lunge with our arms straight up overhead. Lowering our arms down, stepping that right leg back, stepping that left foot forward, coming into a lunge on the left leg with our arms straight up overhead. Bringing the arms down, stepping that left leg back, coming into downward facing dog. Jumping our feet forward, coming into forward fold. Allowing the head and the neck to relax. And slowly rolling up. All right, again, raising our arms up overhead. Swan diving into a forward fold. We're going to come up to halfways. Coming back down into that forward fold. Walking the hands forward into plank. Bending at the elbows to come into hovering. Coming into upward facing dog. Looking up. Tucking our toes underneath for downward facing dog. Allowing that neck and the head to relax. Stepping our left foot forward, bringing our arms straight up overhead for a lunge. Placing our hands back down, stepping that left foot back, stepping the right foot forward to come into lunge on the right hand side, lifting our arms straight up overhead. Bringing our hands back down, stepping that right foot back, coming into downward facing dog. Going ahead, walking our hands to our feet, forward fold. And slowly rolling up. Bringing our arms up overhead. Swan diving into a forward fold. Walking the hands forward into plank. Bending at the elbows to come into hovering. Coming into upward facing dog. Looking up. Tucking our toes underneath for downward facing dog. Stepping our right foot forward. Coming into lunge with our arms straight up overhead. You're doing great. Bringing our hands back down, stepping that right foot back, stepping the left foot forward, raising our hands up straight overhead. Bringing our hands back down to the mat, stepping that left foot back, coming into downward facing dog. Jumping our feet up, coming into forward fold. And slowly rolling up. So we're going to go ahead and begin in Warrior One, having our foot at about a 45-degree, our back foot at about a 45-degree angle, having our forward leg bent, which is our right leg, having our arms straight up overhead. We're going to go ahead and come into Warrior Two. Looking over our right arm. We're going to turn our palm over and reach to come into Reverse Warrior, lifting our heads up to look at our upper arm. Coming back into Warrior Two. And back into Warrior One. So each time we do this little flow, we're going to go ahead and hold the pose progressively a little bit longer. Coming into Warrior Two. Looking over that right arm. Turning that palm over, coming into Reverse Warrior. Making sure that we're keeping that right knee bent. Coming back into Warrior Two. And back into Warrior One. Making sure we're keeping that front knee bent. Our back leg is straight, as straight as we can have it. Really reaching for the sky with our hands, trying to keep our shoulders down and back. Coming into Warrior Two, looking over our right hand. Turning that palm over, reaching forward and then back for reverse warrior. Coming back into warrior two. And back into warrior one. Releasing the hands, coming into mountain pose. So we're having our palms facing forward. We're in a standing position. Breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to step forward with our left leg, having our arms up for warrior one. Opening up for warrior two, looking over our left arm. Turning the palm over, reaching forward, then reaching back for reverse warrior. Coming back into warrior two. And back into warrior one. Back into warrior two. Turning that palm over, reaching back for reverse warrior. Coming back into warrior two. And back into warrior one. Coming into warrior two. Turning that palm over, reaching back for reverse warrior. Coming back, reaching with warrior two. and back into warrior one. And releasing those arms, coming into mountain pose. Our palms are facing forward. And we're in a standing position, really trying to ground with our feet. Before returning to the middle of our mat, again with our legs spread, and we're going to go ahead and get our hands into prayer position. We're going to come into a deep squat. We're going to go ahead and push our elbows against the inside of our lower thighs, so right above the knee. We're going to hold this position for just a bit. We're going to go ahead and come into a straddle-legged forward fold. You can grab at your ankles. You can reach your arms behind you. You can grab at your calves, just depending on where your flexibility is. Coming back into that deep squat with our hands in prayer position. Nice deep breaths. And going ahead, coming forward into a straddle forward fold. Allowing the neck and the head to relax. Coming back into that deep squat with our hands in prayer position. Nice deep breaths. And coming back into that forward straddle fold. From here, we're going to turn our right foot out. We're going to go ahead and bring our back foot just a little bit closer in for pyramid. We're going to go ahead and switch sides. Switching sides again. And switching sides one more time. Slowly rolling up. Coming into mountain pose. So we're just standing with our palms facing forward. Taking a nice deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. We're going to go ahead and get into plank position. We're going to bring our right knee down, then our left, then both, then come into downward facing dog. Coming back into plank, our right knee, our left, now both, and back into downward facing dog. Right, left, both, downward facing dog. So plank, right knee down, left knee down, both knees down, and downward facing dog. Right knee, left knee, both down, and downward facing dog. Plank, right knee, left knee, both knees, and downward facing dog. Plank, right knee, left knee, both knees, and downward facing dog. From here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to stack our hips over our knees. We're going to allow our arms to come forward. We're going to try to be on our chin for puppy dog. We're going to go ahead, we're going to needle our right arm through underneath our left arm, having a nice twist in our back. Going ahead, needling through on the other side. Coming to a forearm plank. You got this. Lowering down our hips, widening out our legs, bringing our palms down to the mat, and coming into Sphinx. You might feel some pops in your back. That's completely normal. For a little bit of a more intense stretch, go ahead and look up. We're going to go ahead and come to laying on our stomach. We're going to extend our arms straight out. We're going to have our legs still in that same position as we have it in Sphinx. We're going to lift up into Superman and lower, up 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 and lower, up, hold, 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 and lower. Going ahead, coming back into child's pose. We're going to go ahead and bring our right leg forward so we can come into pigeon. We're going to come down to our forearms. If you can, stacking our forearms and bringing our forehead to our forearms. Really allowing a release in the hips. We're going to go ahead and come up to the palm of our hands. We're going to reach back for that left foot with our left leg. So we're opening up our hips as well as getting a nice stretch in our quad. We're going to go ahead and let that leg go. We're going to bring our right leg back, bringing the left leg forward, coming into pigeon. So we're going to go ahead, if you can, come onto your forearms. From there, stacking your forearms on top of each other, bringing your forehead to rest on top of your forearms. We're going to go ahead, come to the palm of our hands. We're going to bend that right knee. We're going to reach back for our foot with our right hand. Again, getting a stretch not only in the hip, but also in our quad. Releasing that right leg, bringing the left foot back. We're going to go ahead, bring our left foot forward, coming into a kneeling lunge that we're going to turn into lizard by coming onto our forearms. We're going to allow our foot to open up so we can come onto the edge of our foot, so we can open up our hips. Coming onto our hands, bringing that left foot back, stepping the right leg forward, coming onto our forearms for lizard, coming onto the edge of our foot, opening up that knee. You may feel a little bit of discomfort here, and that's okay, but if you feel any major pain, go ahead and come straight onto the balls and the heel of your foot. And bringing that right leg back, we're going to go ahead, come to a kneeling position. We're going to begin with our fists at the back of our lower back. We're going to go ahead and lean back, doing a nice back bend. We're going to go ahead, come onto our toes. We're going to reach back for our ankles for camel. Slowly coming up. We're going to go ahead and come into full saddle, bringing our butt in between our heels, bending at our knees, coming all the way back, bringing our back onto the mat, and having our arms straight down below us. Nice deep breaths. Coming onto our elbows to slowly get out of saddle. We're going to come into a seated position. We're going to go ahead and stack our knees on top of each other. First, the right over the left. We're going to bring our hands into prayer position, and we're going to go ahead and turn to our right hand side, bringing our left elbow to the outside of our right thigh, getting a nice opening of the outside of our hips, as well as a nice twist in our back. Coming back to center, bringing our hands down, going ahead, switching up our legs. So our left knee is over the right, bringing our hands into prayer position. We're going to go ahead and turn to the left-hand side with our right elbow on the outside of our left thigh, trying to bring our hands to the center of our chest. Coming back to center, we're going to go ahead, extend our legs forward, reach up overhead, and reach for our toes. Slowly rolling up. We're going to go ahead and come into a boat flow. So we're going to extend our arms forward. Our feet are on the mat. We're going to go ahead and lift our feet up off the mat. Straighten out the legs. Bend at the knees and bring our feet back down. So bringing up the feet, extending, bending, and down. Bend, extend, bend, and down. We got 3 more. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and come into a shoulder stand. So we're going to lift our bodies up, having our hands at our lower back. Allowing our feet to fall over as we come into plow. And going ahead and rolling out. We're going to extend our legs, bringing our hands interlaced behind our head. We're going to bend that right knee and come up into a crunch and back down. Extending that leg, bending the left knee, and doing the same thing on the left side. Extending that left leg, bending the right knee, and coming back up. You got this. You're doing great. Extending that right leg, bending the left knee, and coming back up into that crunch. Extending those legs, we're going to go ahead, bring our knees in towards our chest. We're going to lift up our head, extending our legs out, allowing them to lower, and bringing our head down as we bring our knees back in. Bringing our knees in towards our chest, having our hands interlaced right below our knees. Really pulling in. Extending our arms out to our sides. We're going to go ahead and have our legs at 90 degrees with our knees bent. We're going to go ahead and metronome it out. So we're going to just go to our left-hand side, come back to the middle, and go to our right-hand side. Our knees not touching the mat. Just doing a nice rocking back and forth so that way we can target our obliques. Keeping our shoulders planted on the mat. Coming back to center, extending that left leg, bringing our hand to the outside of the right thigh, and gently bringing that knee towards the mat, looking towards your right hand with your eyes. Coming back to center, going ahead, bringing that right leg extended, bending the left knee, bringing our right hand to the outside of our left thigh, and bringing our left knee over and towards the mat with our eyes looking at our left hand. Keeping our shoulders planted on the ground. Bringing our knee back to center, we're going to go ahead and bring the bottoms of our feet together. We're going to open up our knees. We're going to have our palms facing the sky. A little variation of our Shavasana. Closing our eyes. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Thinking of things or one thing that you are grateful for, that you can express gratitude for, extending from your heart. Continually focusing on what you're grateful for, emanating that gratitude. Breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. Coming into a seated position. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. I hope that you found it as helpful as I found it to teach it. And thank you so much to Paolo and Tobias for joining my live stream. And I will see y'all on the next live stream or video. Be well, stay wild as well.